Hello guys, today Peepaw, Cookie, and Callie and I, we're going to Ponce de Leon Springs State Park in DeLeon Springs, Florida. Come on with us and see what we find out in the park. Let's go. DeLeon Springs State Park. Let's go check it out. Birding and boat tours and boating and fishing that is off of the Spring Garden Run and the fishing pier, hiking and paddling and picnicking, as well as instructional scuba diving and snorkeling and swimming are all of the activities that you can do here. So I'm actually on the back side of the bathhouse, and this was one of my hangout spots when I was a kid. And I used to spend most of my summer days swimming right here in the springs themselves. Has a huge boil area, kind of over a little off towards the right hand side there. And the water's usually pretty chilly, but you can see that it's a very large spring. Water is super clear. They have an excellent bathhouse here. Lots of nice areas where you can stay socially distanced and under the shade. And over there is the old mill, which is an actual restaurant. The Sugar Mill restaurant is popular locally, and it's located in a 100-year-old replica of the original 1830s sugar mill, where you can cook your own pancakes at the table, and they also offer fresh bread and cookies. And that grate that's over there is actually where the run, where the spring empties out into the run. But off of this main area over here is where all the nature trails are. They are dog friendly. They just have to be on a leash. The only locations that your dogs can't go are in the pavilion and over in the beach area. So let's go check it out. Some of the hiking trails and at the swimming area, as well as the picnic pavilions, there is accessible amenities.
In this world of ticking clocks, I hope I'm getting through.
So I'm at the trailhead, and they have markings for some of the plants here, and the one that they're pointing out is the resurrection fern. And the ones that I see are way up there on that live oak. If you look on the limbs, you see those green ferns, and all winter long they look really like they're dead. But once the spring rains start happening, they turn back green like you see them here. This is a live oak, and it's a slow growing tree, but it lives to be extremely old. And this one here is huge. Just look at its limbs and how far out they go. It's well suited because it can actually withstand the high winds and things that other hardwoods can't. They used to look for these way back when they used to make the wooden ships because of the way that those branches bow. They were well sought after for making hulls on ships. And cypress swamps in this part of Florida are real common. And you can pause now for more details if you want to see that. But if you look right in there, there's an actual cypress knee. There's many more of them out through in that part of it. Which they think that those help the trees to breathe when there's high water. Interesting. And then here is a big section where there are cypress knees.
Oh, stop the clocks, the bees are humming in between the contrasts of our souls.
Just look at this huge cypress tree. You see the conifer looking leaves way up there in the canopy. So if you look up here, this has been a park attraction since the 1950s, and I remember coming back here to see this thing as a kid. I'm surprised that it's still here and made it through all the hurricanes and stuff. It's huge. And it was amazing because like people went crazy logging for cypress like in the late 1800s and the 1900s for boats and things like that. But here's how the marshlands and woods look. I've mentioned this before about how the water in Florida looks so brown, but yet it's clear. That's because of the tannic acid that comes out of the swamp that, you know, when things are decaying. But if you look really close, you can see minnows swimming around out there in that sunlight. So even though that water looks about like coffee, it's actually clear. All right, so we're going out on the Monkey Island Trail. It's a out and back trail that comes back to the Loop Trail. It's a 1/4 mile, and there used to be on this island out here, several monkeys were out there, and it was used as a tourist attraction in the 50s and 60s because they used to do a jungle cruise out on the run. This is not paved, so it is a little less barrier free. There's another owl. I don't think it's the same one because he flew in opposite direction. Hello there, Mr. Owl. We couldn't believe it because we came around off the boardwalk and here was a plaque, you know, talking about the barred owl, which we caught as it was flying away. So here's the information. Pause for more. And I guess there's great horned owls out here too, so we're gonna have to go back and double check that video and see which one it was. But here you can pause for more information about them too. So this is the southern magnolia, and if you'll remember when we went on the Lake Beersford trail, the spring to spring trail, I showed you all of those huge old native ones. This one's bigger than those. I love magnolia blooms. They're so nice. They smell good too. And here's information about the pileated woodpecker. And if you remember the shorts video that we did, busy woodpecker raining down pine bark, it was a pileated woodpecker that was there on that pine tree too. Actually, we had two kinds. Look at this cool route. That's crazy. And this trail is just so nice and just beautiful.
Hello friends, and thanks for giving us your time. And please drop us a comment because we just love getting those. But more importantly, keep going out and exploring. Life matters. We hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.